Bernie Sanders had the judgment and the toughness to oppose the military regime change in Libya. Bernie Sanders had the toughness and the judgment to oppose the war in Yemen and pass the first war powers resolution in the history of the United States. And so it is no surprise that Bernie Sanders, of everyone in the Congress, has the toughness and the judgment to stop the war in Iran. I wish they had listened to us. I wish they had listened to us, because Senator Sanders and I had an amendment 2 months ago in the National Defense Authorization Act that would have prohibited any strike on Iran, any strike on any Iranian official. It would have prevented the Soleimani assassination. And that bill, that amendment, was stripped by the Beltway insiders. Senator Sanders and I have a message. Never again must we give the Pentagon a blank check to make war. Let me be very clear. Our nation cannot afford another trillion-dollar war in the Middle East. And Bernie Sanders, as president, as commander-in-chief, will stop the unconstitutional wars that are causing death and pursue a foreign policy to affirm life. That's what is at stake in this 2020 election. You know, President Carter has pointed out that China, with all its human rights violations, hasn't been at war since 1979. How many wars do you think we have been in since then? Over 40. Over 40 conflicts. You know what China is doing? They're investing in solar energy. They're investing in wind energy. They're investing in the high-speed rail. They're investing in the energies of the future. Bernie Sanders wants to stop the wars, and he wants to deal with America leading in the battle to tackle the climate change crisis. He wants, and it's fairly simple. It's not the things you hear on the media. He wants every American to live in a community with clean air and clean water. You know, I was just in Clinton, Iowa. In Clinton, Iowa, you know what they told me there? Highest cancer rate in the state. The highest cancer rate in the state because of the sulfur dioxide emissions. You know what the Green New Deal, Bernie's Green New Deal means? It means people in Clinton, Iowa shouldn't have to worry about whether their kids are going to grow up with cancer. That's what the Green New Deal is about. The Green New Deal, Bernie's Green New Deal, is about bringing jobs. It's about creating thousands of solar and wind jobs like Moxie is doing in North Liberty, Iowa, and expanding that across the state. And it's about investing in high-speed rail and the solutionary rail so that we are transporting freight and passengers across electric rails instead of spending thousands and thousands of dollars on diesel and carbon emissions. It's about decarbonizing the transportation system, as Representative Jeff Kurtz is leading here in Iowa. You see, Bernie Sanders is not an abstract vision. It's about a vision to actually improve the lives of people across this country, across this state. And he wants, as I end, something actually pretty simple. He wants every person in this country to have the chance that I did. See, my parents are immigrants. My grandfather spent 4 years in jail with Gandhi fighting for independence. And my parents immigrated here in the 1970s. I was born in Philadelphia in 1976, our bicentenary. And I grew up in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. And guess what? I got to go to preschool. And I had a quality public school education. And I didn't have to worry about getting a hot lunch in my school. And I had health care. And I got to live in a community that had clean air and clean water and was safe. And I had school teachers who believed in me. And I had Little League coaches who believed in me. And at the age of 40, this country elected me to represent the most powerful economic district in the world, in Silicon Valley. What Bernie Sanders asks is simple. If this country could give that opportunity to the son of immigrants, is it too much to ask that this country give that opportunity to every American? That, in a nutshell, is Bernie Sanders' vision: to make the American dream possible for every American in every community, to unleash the true potential of our nation. My friends, we have a unique moment in history. We have the chance to elect the most progressive president in the history of the United States of America. We have a chance to elect on February 3rd Bernie Sanders as the next president of the United States. Thank you.